So this is my individual comprehension assignment over streaming. So I'm going to start off with my personal experiences with streaming. So I started interacting with streaming services when I was in elementary school, and I have a vivid memory of my brother and I. We would watch Netflix on vacation with like on our Wii because that was one of the like you were able to watch Netflix on the Wii, and we would use this to watch Disney TV shows that we wouldn't be able to watch otherwise because they weren't live super late at night. And I thought this was really cool, and I thought it was like the coolest invention of all time. So, and this was just the beginning of streaming services in my life. So, I now use them to stream the hundreds of movies that my mom has bought over probably 10 years. Watch TV shows like Stranger Things on Netflix and The Handmaid's Tale on Hulu. Those are two of my favorites. And watch YouTube originals like Escape the Night by a YouTuber named Joey Graceffa that I used to watch in middle school. So, my history with streaming services starts back in my childhood and is still very consistent to me today. I would say I use some kind of streaming service every day of my life, whether it's YouTube or Netflix or Twitch. Um, I use it basically every day. So, reading this chapter on streaming, it has changed how I view all streaming services. So, as someone who is very fortunate to be able to afford all these streaming services every day, being able to watch movies or access any content that is on streaming services usually lies behind a paywall. So, for example, like I pay for a ad-free Twitch, so I don't have any ads when I watch it. So I think it's like $5.99 in a month, and then obviously Netflix, Hulu, and like Peacock. Those all cost money. On one side of the argument, I do understand why it needs to be paid for to view. So, for example, in this chapter, it talks about Isa Rae being picked up by HBO to create a show called Insecure. You're basically paying to see her work, essentially. And not to mention, they are a huge corporate. HBO is a huge corporation, and they need some compensation for her work and acting. So they get it from the subscribers who pay to watch their shows, including Insecure. On the other hand, most streaming services are heavily priced, leaving only the ones with money to show being able to experience a shared experience with each other. I personally think that most streaming services are so incredibly overpriced, and it leaves people only being able to subscribe to one or two at a time. So, overall, my reaction to the subject after reading the chapter, is that streaming services, while they are convenient, they are only for a select few who are able to have some money to show for it. This chapter left me overall feeling very, very fortunate that I am the select few who is able to afford to pay for the things that I watch. And I am left feeling very sad that paying for streaming services is the new norm and is not available to everyone. Thank you.